Rainier Arms brings you this episode of the QA. Good day to you. It is the end of the month, which means it is time for the QA. It is the last Monday of the month. As always, if you want to see your question get on the QA, the best way is to email us. That email address is shown below, theqa@gunsandtactics.com. My name is Dave Tim. Thank you guys very much for watching and spending a few minutes of your day checking out this video with me. Again, I am on location. I'm trying to do as much family fun stuff this summer as I can, as in Minnesota, like summer is just the blink of an eye, and then we're back to like 20 below. So, but I did change a couple things from last time I was out here. We did get some comments from, I believe it was Richard, about the rusty table. So Richard, we upgraded tablecloths. I hope you like it. All right, let's just do a quick comment cleanup from last month's QA. Got some feedback on different safe products, which is awesome. As far as app, I mean, there's one called Gun Safe, sorry. So that's great. And then we recently talked about the 50K giveaway. We are at 51,000 subscribers right now. So I'm just working with a few other companies on getting the finalized prize, all the parts and everything together. And then we're gonna do a build video, and then we're gonna officially announce it. But we are there, and I'm super excited about it. And we couldn't have done that without your help and support. So I significantly appreciate all of the likes, all of the shares, and of course, all of the subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Now, the other comment that I wanted to address was there's been a few comments kind of wondering about our new video creator, Rex. And Rex joined us last month, and he is a super good dude. I got to meet him at TriggerCon. I believe it was 2 or 3 years ago at TriggerCon. He used to write for us as well, but Rex is a good guy, and I'm so excited to have him on the channel making videos with me. He has a different style. He has a different presentation method, his editing style. So again, it's his own flair, but he has a lot of knowledge, and I'm looking forward to him bringing that. So please welcome him with a warm welcome, and you know, we look forward to seeing his content. And of course, I'm not going anywhere. I've gotten a few people ask, and I'm still here, but you know, this is a channel, and it's okay to have more than one show, more than one creator, more than one writer on the channel, on the group, on the team. So I'm looking forward to seeing him participate more and more, and him and I are going to be tag teaming on video stuff. So that's where we're at with that, and then I'll try to talk him into making an introductory video so he can just kind of share his background and introduce himself with you guys. But you guys asked about some medical type videos, and I kind of knew Rex was in the works, and he is a full-time member of a trauma ER team, and he has way more knowledge with that, and he's already come out with a couple videos, so it just worked out really, really well. All right, so now let me turn off my alerts. I apologize. All right, I think that's about it. I do appreciate some of the nice, you know, nice comments that we always get. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, I don't think there was any questions on the comment cleanup. It was just kind of answering some things and saying hello, and I always do appreciate it. So let's get right to it. Our first question, this one is from Joe. I have been interested in the SAO double stack carry guns that came out in the past few years. SAO, for those of you guys that don't know, means single action only. So generally like a cocked and locked type gun, although there's a couple other ones out there as well. Wilson Combat EDC X9, the Staccato C2, and the new Dan Wesson DWX Compact. None of these pistols feature a firing pin plunger safety though. Are these pistols drop safe? Well, kind of depends on what your definition of drop safe is. With the safety engage, i.e. cocked and locked, all of them should pass a drop test. However, if it were to get dropped, not cocked, or excuse me, locked, no, cocked, but not locked, there you go. You can tell it's already been happy hour here. Then would it pass the drop test? And quite frankly, I don't know if any of them would. However, the Staccato C2 out of those actually does have a grip safety like a traditional 1911. So that would have one additional safety. If it were to get dropped with the traditional safety off, that should be drop safe because it also has that grip safety. Now the Wilson EDC 9 looks like a super awesome gun, but it doesn't have that extra safety. And the Dan Wesson DWX isn't even out yet. I've been wanting one of those, the full-size version, but I've been wanting one of those since I've read the announcements and seen the videos and things coming out about them. So I can tell you this, that as soon as I can get my hands on a DWX, I'm going to be trying one, and I'll see if I can find out more about, you know, drop testing and any other, you know, kind of durability tests that they may have done. Out of those ones, You know, right now I would kind of lean towards the Staccato C2. I've been hearing amazing things, and then obviously, you know, we'll see what happens when the DWX Compact actually comes out, but I can imagine it's going to be pretty solid. I love Dan Wesson's in general. I have a 1911 Specialist that I absolutely love. And then the only one I don't know a whole lot about is the Wilson Combat EDC X9. I don't have one. I've never shot one. I've just played with one at some shows, so, but it looks like a really nice pistol, and for the price it should be. All right, this next one is from Jeffrey. For a pin and weld job, which pin size is more optimal to use, a 5/64 or 3/32? The reality is it kind of depends. And usually when I make my pins, when I do pin and welding, is I see what size hole is on the muzzle device. Obviously, the larger pin, it's going to be stronger. You know, just it's one of the properties of circular things is that when you increase the diameter 2 times, I want to say like the strength increases like 7 or 8 times or something like that. Just because, you know, pi, and when you increase this and it gets so much long, I'm not an engineer by trade, but I've talked to some people who are. So obviously the bigger pin, yeah, is a little bit better. It's 1/64 bigger. However, if there's already a 5/64 hole on the muzzle device, usually how I make mine is that I take my drill bit, I use that same drill bit, cut a chunk off the end because that's tool steel, and I make my pin out of that, weld it, and I chuck that drill bit. I kind of just build the drill bit in the job. So is one more optimal to use? Well, it kind of depends. Technically, yes, but the reality is it's probably not going to matter. So I would just use whatever size, you know, hole matches the muzzle device that you have. All right, this one is from Doug. He's a fellow Minnesotan. Great channel going. Hey, thank you very much. I do appreciate the kind feedback. He wants to put a mounted light on his 450 Bushmaster and like opinion on the best light options for a heavy recoiling firearm. My plan is to use a QD mount for the Picatinny rail to switch between a 450 and 5.56. Also, pros and cons, battery powered versus mini USB, touchpad, plain button operated opinions. You know, right now, if I was buying a light, I really want to check out the Arisaka lights. They're new. They're their own Scout Light type light. It's not a Surefire Scout Light in the exact same. It's actually better. It has more lumens, better candela, which is kind of what we're doing with the lumens, how it's throwing the light. So that's probably what I'm actually going to try to get one to check out anyway for a project I have. But as far as a Picatinny, yeah, I mean, you could certainly get a Picatinny rail and it's easy. I wouldn't go with a QD mount. I mean, the reality is it takes 30 seconds with a hex key of the appropriate size to move it from, you know, gun to gun, whether that's M-LOK or 1913, and it's just going to be that much more solid. It's one less thing to worry about. So that's something. Otherwise, the Midwest Industries QD mounts are super awesome too. They use a really, really nice mount. I don't know if they have a QD Scout mount though. I'd have to double check that. But honestly, the hex keys, no problem. Use a little thread locker, you'll be good to go. Actually, even if you use Vibra-Tight, you can use that from device or gun to gun without having to reapply it. You know, you get 3-4 uses out of that before you'd have to reapply it. Now, as far as battery versus mini USB, I'm always going to say battery because when I'm out in the field, if the light goes down, I can just pop in new batteries. But I might not have the time or a mini USB device to charge it. So mini USB lights are a no-go for me. Touchpad versus plain push button. I like just the plain push button. The advantage that a touchpad gives you is that you can have a little bit more ambi if you mounted it on that 12 o'clock position. But the reason why I like the push button is because I can use it momentary and then I can also lock it on. And for my profession, there's times when I need to have the light on but not a hand on it, so I can just go click, the light's on, and now I can do things, talk, signal, open a door, whatever it might be, and I can use the light to illuminate, you know, a potential threat or downrange or whatever it might be. So I like the plain button. That's just my preference though. So kind of just depends. I do have a video on mounting a light that I'll put a card up there as well. It just kind of talks about some different mounting options as well. This one is from Charles. He lives in England, so he's thinking about buying a Lantac SF-15 and 22. Wondered if you have any advice for breaking in a 22 long rifle barrel. Honestly, 22 is pretty gentle on the barrels, so the best advice I would give you is if you want super accuracy and you're putting the money into a quality gun, buy quality ammunition. 22 long rifle is dirty. However, my Voodoo, which by the way, I absolutely love my Voodoo V22. You can see the full review right up there. I don't clean it a ton. Every now and again, I'll run a snake down it just to kind of get some of the crud out. And if I notice accuracy start to degrading is when I'll do a more thorough cleaning with actually a bore guide and a rod and the pellets. I don't use JAGs anymore. I'm actually using cleaning pellets. And then I would also recommend just cleaning the bolt out, making sure that's lubricated and looking good as well. So I would, you know, just, yeah, breaking in, just go slow. You don't want to heat it up too much, and with a 22 it's pretty hard to do because they're generally only going about 1100 feet per second, 1050 feet per second, so you're not going to have a barrel burner on your hands by any means. So just take good care of it, treat it good, use good quality ammo, and you should be just fine with that. All right, this next one is from Rusty, back from Oregon, which he did confirm what I was thinking about with his location, so that's pretty cool. Mindlessly just dumped factory ammo into cans that I store in a safe and take to the range, everything from cheap to expensive. Does it hurt the accuracy of precision rifle ammo in bulk to store it in a... never really thought about it until a guy at my range said, don't do that, it degrades accuracy. Well, here's the thing. Technically, yeah, it could. It could damage the tips. It could bust off, you know, the ballistic tip if you're using precision ammo. It could collapse the hollow point. So if you dump it into a thing, yeah, it certainly could. The reality is, I don't know if I could really quantifiable tell you on paper, you know, like if you damage the tip, could you tell? Yeah, maybe you could, but with my precision ammo, I generally keep it in the factory. Those little, you know, plastic divider holder things that come in the box. Like I shoot Hornady for my 6.5 Creedmoor, for example, and when I take that out of the box, it comes in like these little plastic, you know, holder things. And you could easily just put those in your ammo boxes just to take better care of it. And then you can also keep track of your brass and stuff too. So yeah, it probably could, but at the same time, I also don't know if it would make like a huge difference where you can really be like, oh yeah, I can tell. So probably not a bad idea. Probably how about this? It's probably a best practice not to just dump your precision, you know, precision ammo into a big bulk thing where it can get bumped around. Everybody that I know that reloads precision rifle ammo, they take it off of their press and they put it into a nice box or an ammunition storage device or a container or something like that to really make sure that you know, keeps it nice and solid. Before we answer our next few questions, let's go ahead and give a shout out to the Rainier Arms Apex Club. If you guys like buying stuff and an exclusive early access before it's released to the public, plus getting things at a discount and free ground shipping, then you owe it to yourself to check out the Rainier Arms Apex Club. For a low price of only $99.99, you get free ground shipping on all of your orders, exclusive access, and a discount. And Rainier Arms is adding new stuff literally every week, and they are working right now very, very hard in the industry to maintain inventory. Right now the industry is booming and it's tough to get all sorts of stuff, but I'm getting updates from Rainier Arms and they're always trying their absolute best to maintain inventory and get cool stuff. Whether it be ammo or guns or parts or accessories, they are trying to carry it all to be your one-stop shop. And now with the Apex Club, you get all the benefits of that favorite Prime membership, and you get exclusive members pricing. Check it out, the Rainier Arms Apex Club. This next one is from Brian. Saw your review on the Agency Arms Magwell for the Glock 19. I'm reading some reviews where it will work and some that it won't with the OEM 10-round mags. I've called Glock the only thing different. I figured you could shed some light. All right. As far as I know, there is no external difference between a 10-round and a 15-round. I don't have any 10-round mags, but I believe it should work just fine. The 10-round mags that I have seen, like I've had a couple come through the shop, and I have not seen any external difference. So that I cannot answer 100% because I don't have it to try. But as far as I know, I agree the external dimensions are the same, so it should work just fine. I would certainly give it a try. I do like the Agency Arms Magwell, and hopefully you would too. All right, this next one is from Brad. Do you have any suggestions for safety glasses that fit over prescription glasses? The glasses I wear are slim, but stick out a bit on either side. You know, I don't. I would honestly just recommend getting a pair of prescription shooting glasses. You can get them in popular frames. I know Oakley makes some, ESS makes some. If you just search for prescription shooting glasses, that might be your best bet. And that way you don't have to worry about like the two bumping against each other and getting, you know, two of them with your ear pro or anything like that. I think wearing prescription glasses and then shooting glasses over that, you just might be kind of setting yourself up for some frustration. And if you can, I would just pony up for a set of safety rated prescription glasses. And I don't know if you have flex spending or maybe a work account that you know, gives you safety equipment or anything like that. I don't know your situation, but that's what I would really, really try to do. Otherwise, you could look at like the hugest safety type shooting glasses that I know of are like the Oakley Tombstone. Those things are just huge, and I don't know if that would offer you enough room, but otherwise you might just have to go to either some safety equipment stores or sunglasses stores, and just kind of trying a few different frames and then kind of go from there. So yeah, tough situation. So I wish I had more information for you. This next question is from Keegan. Looking for a sturdy, rigid, everyday gun belt that won't sag for my 1911 stainless steel. It would be used for inside the waistband. Do you have a gun belt that you recommend? Aris Gear, as far as synthetic and nylon types, makes a really good, really good belts. I'm wearing one now that I won at a class. The 511 belts are okay. They're a little bit more budget friendly, but they seem to be pretty stiff and sturdy from what I've seen. The Magwell belts actually are really solid. They're not too super expensive compared to like some of the custom stuff that's out there, but they're really, really nice. They leather, type, and they have good quality buckles. Every Magwell belt that I've seen, and I know a lot of guys who are rocking the Magwell belts, they're a little bit more money than like the 511, for example, but they're a very nice belt, so I would maybe check out one of those. Otherwise, if you look at, some of the other belt companies, just search for, firearm belt, and you can easily find something. Actually, give me one sec here. The belt that I actually really want to get, and I can't swing it right this second, they're about like $100 some bucks, is the Mean Gene leather belt. It uses the Aegis belt buckle, which is the same I have on my Aris Gear. Kind of reminds me of that old kind of Boy Scout belt buckle, but these things just look amazing, but they're about $100 a piece. So I do have my eyes on one of those from Mean Gene leather. So that's what I would check out. All right, so that is going to do it for questions. Again, if you guys want to see your question on the show, make sure you send me an email. The email address is shown below. It is theqa@gunsandtactics.com. Now we are going to go ahead and select our prize winner, and it is number 5. I don't know if you guys can see that with the light and everything. The light has been changing constantly. Let's look up to see who number 5 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be Rusty, asking about ammo storage. So Rusty, I will get in touch with you and get your shipping address and get some prizes off to you. I don't know what the prizes are this month, but they are from Running Arms, so I got to get in touch with those guys to have them connect the dots or do whatever. Again, guys, I really do appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, make sure you send us that email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. We work really hard to make content that we hope you as a shooter would enjoy. Subscribe to our channel, check out our featured videos and playlists, and if you have a question firearms related, go ahead and send an email to the address shown on the screen to be entered into our monthly QA series.